Imagine this. You walk into a dealership or scroll through your favorite car marketplace, and there it is, a sleek, high-tech, eco-friendly electric vehicle just waiting for you. But this is not just any electric car. It is a gently used, thoroughly inspected, and considerably more affordable version of what was, only a few years ago, considered cutting-edge and unattainable for most people. This is not science fiction. This is the reality of the rapidly evolving second-hand electric vehicle market in the year 2025. But is this new golden era of used electric cars truly as risk-free and promising as it appears on the surface? Or could there be hidden pitfalls lurking beneath the gleaming exteriors and attractive price tags that might end up shocking your wallet? Or worse, leaving you stranded as the technology outpaces your investment? To understand why the used electric vehicle market is suddenly under the spotlight, let us take a short journey back in time. Not so long ago, buying an electric car, especially a pre-owned one, was viewed as a risky, even reckless move. Early adopters were often plagued by doubts. Would the battery degrade too quickly? Would repair costs spiral out of control? Would the car's value collapse as new, better models arrived almost every year? The fear of the unknown kept many would-be buyers on the sidelines, favoring traditional gasoline-powered cars with their familiar technology and established resale markets. But the tides have turned dramatically. Advances in battery chemistry, thermal management, and software monitoring have revolutionized electric vehicle reliability. According to Recurrent Auto, a leading authority on electric vehicle analytics, real-world data from thousands of used EV owners now shows that battery failures are, in fact, rare exceptions. In many cases, vehicles from brands like Tesla, Nissan, BMW, and Kia are retaining more than 80% of their original battery capacity, even after many years and tens of thousands of miles on the road. That means the dreaded rapid battery degradation has largely become a myth, one that the data simply does not support anymore. Let us take the Tesla Model 3 as a concrete example. Introduced in the late 2010s, the Model 3 quickly became one of the world's most popular electric vehicles. Early concerns about build quality and battery longevity dogged the brand. But Tesla responded by improving its manufacturing processes, especially with new production lines in China and Germany. Today, a 5-year-old Tesla Model 3 can often be found with more than 85% of its original battery range, thanks to improved battery management software and robust hardware. For many buyers, the peace of mind is further bolstered by the fact that most used electric vehicles still carry the manufacturer's 8-year battery warranty. This warranty typically covers the most expensive part of the vehicle, the battery pack, against significant degradation or outright failure. But battery durability is only part of the story. The running costs of used electric vehicles are consistently among the lowest in the automotive world. Traditional combustion engines require regular oil changes, air and fuel filter replacements, spark plugs, timing belts, and exhaust system repairs. Electric vehicles, by contrast, have far fewer moving parts. There is no engine oil to change, no transmission fluid, and regenerative braking means that even brake pads last longer. Charging at home, especially overnight, is usually much cheaper than refueling with gasoline or diesel. For example, charging a Nissan Leaf or BMW i3 from empty to full at home typically costs a fraction of what it would cost to fill up a gasoline tank of a comparable car. According to the latest projections from the International Energy Agency, global sales of new electric vehicles are expected to surge by more than 30% in 2025 alone. This could mean that over 20 million new EVs will be sold worldwide, adding a huge influx of affordable, pre-owned options to the market within just a few years. In the United States, used electric vehicle sales have already jumped by more than 60% this year, a stunning statistic that reflects growing consumer confidence. Industry analysts argue that, thanks to the sharp depreciation most new electric vehicles experience in their first year, the used market now represents the single best value proposition for buyers looking to go electric without breaking the bank. As one prominent automotive analyst put it, the used electric vehicle market is maturing at a breathtaking pace. Battery reliability is far better than even the most optimistic forecasts from a decade ago. Yet, as with any revolution, there are complications and caveats that buyers must not ignore. The most significant of these remains the cost of battery replacement. Even as battery technology improves, replacing an entire battery pack can still cost anywhere from $5,000 to an eye-watering $20,000 United States dollars, depending on the make and model. For perspective, that is often equivalent to the entire value of some used electric vehicles. And while battery failures are, as we have noted, rare, they are not impossible. For buyers who do encounter a faulty battery outside the warranty period, the financial impact can be severe. Repair costs for electric vehicles also tend to be higher than for their gasoline counterparts, particularly for collision damage. According to a comprehensive report by Cox Automotive, the average cost to repair an electric vehicle after a collision now exceeds $6,000 compared to a little over $4,700 for a similar gasoline-powered car. This is primarily due to the complexity of electric drivetrains, the need for specialized technicians, and the expensive components involved. Insurance premiums for electric vehicles can also be higher, although these costs are gradually coming down as more mechanics and repair shops become familiar with EV technology. Then, there is the relentless march of innovation. Battery technology is evolving at a breakneck speed. New breakthroughs, like solid-state batteries, which promise much greater energy density, faster charging, and improved safety, are on the horizon. For instance, some leading battery manufacturers, such as CATL, have developed charging systems capable of delivering over 300 miles of range in just 5 minutes. Solid-state battery packs, expected to hit the mainstream market by the mid-2020s, could cost as much as $500 per kilowatt-hour initially, making them a premium upgrade. As a result, today's used electric vehicles, which rely on older lithium-ion chemistry, could see their desirability and value drop rapidly as consumers clamor for the latest technology. Global supply chain dynamics add another layer of uncertainty. China, which dominates the refining and export of key battery materials such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel, has recently imposed export restrictions on certain battery technologies, including lithium iron phosphate and lithium manganese iron phosphate. These moves could disrupt the global supply of replacement batteries and drive up prices, especially as demand for electric vehicles skyrockets around the world. If supply constraints worsen, the cost and availability of replacement parts could become a major headache for used electric vehicle buyers. So where does this leave the average consumer? Someone who wants to make a smart, sustainable choice without falling into a financial trap. Is the second-hand electric vehicle market truly a can't-miss opportunity? Or does it hide risks that most buyers have yet to fully appreciate? To answer that, let us dig deeper into the challenges and, more importantly, the strategies that forward-thinking buyers can use to navigate this fast-evolving landscape. First, it is essential to understand the importance of battery health. Just as you would check the engine compression or oil quality when buying a used gasoline car, you should always request a comprehensive battery health report for any used electric vehicle. Many modern EVs, especially those from Tesla, Nissan, and BMW, have built-in diagnostics that can provide detailed information about battery state of health, charge cycles, and even projected range. Some third-party services now offer independent battery inspections, giving buyers an added layer of confidence. If the vehicle still has its original 8-year battery warranty in place, verify its terms and confirm that it is fully transferable. Second, make use of certified pre-owned CPO programs whenever possible. Leading manufacturers such as Tesla, BMW, Audi, and Kia have developed robust CPO schemes that include multi-point inspections, software updates, and, in some cases, extended warranties for both the battery and the vehicle's electronics. For example, buying a Tesla Model 3 through Tesla's official CPO program not only guarantees the latest software features, including enhanced autopilot and advanced safety systems, but also ensures that the battery and powertrain have been rigorously assessed and, if necessary, upgraded or replaced with newer components. Some automakers are even quietly updating batteries and onboard software in their certified pre-owned vehicles, which means that a used model might actually outperform a factory-fresh car from just a few years ago. Third, keep a close eye on government incentives and policy shifts. Subsidies, tax credits, and rebates for electric vehicles can change quickly and often without much warning. For example, the surge in used electric vehicle sales in the United States this year was fueled by uncertainty over federal tax rebates. If you are considering a purchase, it pays to act when incentives are at their most generous. Conversely, the expiration or reduction of incentives can suddenly make both new and used EVs more expensive, so timing your purchase could save you thousands. Fourth, familiarize yourself with the latest trends in charging infrastructure. The expansion of rapid charging networks is making electric vehicle ownership more convenient than ever before. In urban areas, new public charging stations are springing up almost weekly, while rural and suburban locations are catching up fast. Charging speeds are improving dramatically, with next-generation chargers offering up to 320 miles of range in just 5 minutes. If you plan to travel long distances, look for used electric vehicles that are compatible with the latest high-speed charging standards. Access to a robust charging network can make the difference between a hassle-free ownership experience and constant range anxiety. But what about the long-term outlook? As we speed toward the late 2020s, the landscape for used electric vehicles is likely to become even more dynamic and, in some respects, more complex. Industry experts forecast that electric vehicles could account for as much as 2/3 to 3/4 of all new light-duty vehicle sales in the United States by the year 2050. Globally, the electric vehicle market is projected to reach more than $200 billion by 2034, with a compound annual growth rate exceeding 8%. That is a tidal wave of new vehicles, all of which will eventually enter the used market. The consequences of this shift are profound. On the one hand, a larger pool of used EVs means more choice for consumers, greater price competition, and faster technological trickle-down. Entry-level models like the Nissan Leaf, the BMW i3, and the Kia Niro EV are already available at prices that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. For example, a used BMW i3, once a status symbol for early adopters, can now be found for a fraction of its original price, making sustainable urban mobility accessible to a much wider audience. On the luxury end, vehicles like the Audi A4 e-tron offer cutting-edge technology and opulent interiors, now within reach of mainstream buyers thanks to early depreciation. On the other hand, the rapid pace of battery and software innovation means that today's great bargain could become tomorrow's obsolete gadget. Solid-state batteries, ultra-fast charging, and vehicle-to-grid technology are all poised to revolutionize the market yet again. Buyers who are not paying attention may find themselves stuck with a vehicle that lacks compatibility with the latest charging standards or cannot take advantage of new features such as over-the-air software updates or advanced driver assistance systems. There are also new business models emerging that could reshape the entire ownership experience. Battery leasing schemes, where the battery is owned and maintained by the manufacturer and the customer pays a monthly fee, are gaining traction in Europe and Asia. Flexible subscription services let drivers swap vehicles or upgrade their battery packs as technology evolves, spreading out risk and reducing the financial burden of obsolescence. Imagine never having to worry about battery aging or sudden repair bills, because you can simply exchange your battery for a newer, more advanced version as part of your subscription. Transparency and standardization are becoming critical to the long-term viability of the used electric vehicle market. Industry bodies and advocacy groups are pushing for clear, standardized battery health assessments, as well as better access to service histories and recall information. The goal is to ensure that buyers have all the information they need to make informed decisions, and that sellers have incentives to maintain their vehicles to the highest standard. So what practical steps can you take to maximize your investment and avoid the most common pitfalls? Here is a quick checklist for anyone considering a used electric vehicle in today's market. 1. Always obtain a detailed battery health report from a reputable source. Do not rely solely on dashboard readouts. Ask for independent verification if possible. 2. Check the status and transferability of the manufacturer's battery warranty. Confirm the expiration date and the exact terms, including any required maintenance or inspection intervals. 3. Review the vehicle's service history, focusing on major repairs, software updates, and any past battery issues. Ask the seller for documentation and, if in doubt, consult a specialist. 4. Investigate certified pre-owned programs which can offer extended warranty coverage, the latest software upgrades, and greater peace of mind. 5. Consider your local charging infrastructure, especially if you rely on public charging or have specific commuting needs. Some older EVs may not be compatible with the fastest chargers. 6. Stay informed about upcoming policy changes, incentives, and technological breakthroughs by subscribing to trusted electric vehicle newsletters, joining online owner forums, and engaging with the electric vehicle community. 7. Factor in insurance and repair costs. While running costs are low, collision repairs and specialty servicing can be more expensive than for gasoline cars. 8. Assess your own driving patterns and needs. If you mostly drive short distances in urban areas, an older model with moderate range may be perfect. For frequent long-distance travel, prioritize newer models with higher range and faster charging capabilities. So are you ready to take the plunge and join the growing community of smart, forward-thinking electric vehicle owners? Share your questions, stories, or concerns in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of mobility, Do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more expert analysis, practical tips, and behind-the-scenes looks at the technologies shaping our world. The electric revolution is not just a distant